Now, brothers and sisters, I want to remind you of the gospel I preached to you, which you received and on which you have taken your stand. By this gospel you are saved if you hold firmly to the word I preached to you. Otherwise, you have believed in vain. For what I received I passed on to you as of first importance, that Christ died for our sins according to the Scriptures, that he was buried, that he was raised on the third day according to the Scriptures, and that he appeared to Cephas and then to the 12. After that, he appeared to more than 500 of the brothers and sisters at the same time, most of whom are still living, though some have fallen asleep. Then he appeared to James, then to all the apostles. And last of all, he appeared to me also as to one abnormally born. For I am the least of the apostles, and do not even deserve to be called an apostle, because I persecuted the church of God. But by the grace of God I am what I am, and his grace to me was not without effect. No, I worked harder than all of them, yet not I, but the grace of God that was with me. Whether then it is I or they, this is what we preach, and this is what you believed. In 1 Corinthians 15, 1-11, Paul writes to the church in Corinth, reminding them of the core gospel message. Christ died for our sins, was buried, and rose again on the third day, all according to the Scriptures. He emphasizes that this resurrection was witnessed by many, including himself, despite his unworthiness due to his past as a persecutor of Christians. Paul explains that by God's grace he has been transformed, and he encourages the Corinthians to hold firmly to these truths as the foundation of their faith. Lessons from Paul's words. 1. Centrality of the resurrection. Paul's message revolves around the resurrection of Christ as the cornerstone of Christian faith. He is stressing that this miraculous event is what validates the gospel message and distinguishes Christianity. 2. Grace and transformation. Paul reflects on his personal journey, noting that although he once persecuted the church, God's grace transformed him. This highlights the transformative power of God's grace and forgiveness, which can turn even the most broken pasts into powerful testimonies. 3. Faith as a living foundation. Paul encourages believers to hold firmly to the gospel. This isn't a casual belief, but a commitment that should be the guiding force in their lives. Application for today's life. 1. Embracing faith as a foundation. Just as Paul emphasizes that the resurrection should be the foundation of faith, people today can take this as a reminder to ground themselves in their core beliefs. In a world with constant change and challenges, having an unshakable foundation provides stability and purpose. 2. Power of forgiveness and new beginnings. Paul's story shows that no one is beyond redemption. This message is relevant for anyone feeling burdened by their past or doubting their worthiness. Accepting grace can lead to new beginnings and a redefined purpose, regardless of past mistakes. 3. Living with intentionality and conviction. Paul's words about holding firmly can serve as a reminder to live intentionally, especially in a culture that often promotes convenience over commitment. Choosing to live according to one's beliefs and striving to stay aligned with those values can lead to a more fulfilled and consistent life. In today's world, where people often feel pressured to adapt to the latest trends or compromise core values, Paul's message in 1 Corinthians 15, 1-11 offers timeless wisdom. Build your life on unshakable truths, embrace forgiveness, and live with conviction.